Well, it sure seems like those hiccups that were rumbling in the tummy are starting to quell. Everything's starting to settle down.
Whoa!
So while the sequel to Matt Reeves' The Batman starring Robert Pattinson has been almost in production hell for quite a long time, at least just trying to get the script out, we finally have an update from the director and screenwriter himself, and he's trying to allay some of those fears. Now, this is a little bit of a two-parter because there are two different directors that are involved in this article. The latter half of it says that Robert Pattinson not likely to enter the DCU. I don't think that we thought that that would happen in the first place, but it's something that's they're planning on going forward. So the constant delays of the Batman sequel left a lot of us thinking we won't see the film until Robert Pattinson is old enough to play Frank Miller's Dark Knight. I think that's a little bit hyperbolic. It's extremely hyperbolic. We just knew it was going to be longer than it ever should have taken. They should have had this stuff notched down a long time ago. There's the matter of the script. That's kind of been like one of the main news headlines on why it's not moving forward and why it's taking so long to progress. But Matt Reeves comes out and he is ready to talk. He promises that Batman 2 is on schedule. Well, they're delayed schedule and has a start date at some point this year. That means principal photography. That means shooting. I can tell you we're going to be shooting and we're excited about it. I can't really tell you anything about the script, but he's ready to go. He's ready and raring to go. He's like, we're continuing the same story. So it's going to be obviously the same universe, same actors, going to get the whole crew back together. And it seems like he's in a good headspace about it. So whatever was going on, I guess that all that's gone now. Briefly, he hits events in his personal life might be responsible holding up the production, and that Colin Farrell gave him a shoulder to lean on. Yes, personal things happen to us all. They happen all the time, even for like giant Hollywood productions. If that was something, I'm glad he's over it now and ready to hit the ground running, keep that nose to the grindstone. And like we said, there was an interview where Colin Farrell had said he had already seen parts of the script where he was going to be involved and that he liked it. He liked what he had seen then. Obviously, there have been rewrites and things have to be finished from that point, whenever he said that. But the fact that he's so close with the director himself, that bodes very well. That bodes very, very well. And that's going to be a little bit of infrastructure that keeps at least this version of the Batman and all that kind of stuff going. So later on, after he talks about how awesome Colin Farrell is as a human being, when approached by the Hollywood Reporter, Matt confirmed the script's issues because we're still finishing it. There have been so many things going on. This next year is about getting into production and getting the movie going. So there's not really much that he's really saying other than like, look, there was a few trips, there was a few stumbles, but now we're back on our feet. Now we're hitting the ground running. We're going to turn that treadmill up, and we're going to hit those miles. And of course, you can use all this flowery language. You can hype everyone up, just try to rev everybody's engines. But there are still some questions that have to be addressed, like what will Robert Pattinson's version of Bruce Wayne slash Batman? What will his future be once the DCU gets off the ground? I think I don't think it was ever in question that it was going to be a separate thing. It was going to be his own separate venture, and James Gunn's DCU will be something completely different. That's always been my presumption on all of this. But speaking with Josh Horowitz, the Happy Sad Confused podcast, Reeves indicated he was open to the idea, but has no clue what the future holds. He's open to the idea of integrating his version of Batman and Gotham into the DCU. I don't think it really comes down to it. I mean, it really comes down to whether or not it makes sense. I don't think it will make sense with the way that James Gunn normally helms things. What's been great though is there was a story I wanted to tell, and we're calling the Epic Crime Saga was the thrust of what we wanted to do. Hence the Penguin season one. I think that's kind of where that type of storytelling should reside. If you want to do what's best for it, that's just my 2 cents, though. It's been important to me to be able to play that out. James and Peter have been really, really great about it and letting us do it. Yeah, so don't ask for too much. What the future brings, I can't tell you. I have no idea right now, except that my head is down now about getting it to shooting and making it something special. which is all well and good. Nothing wrong with anything that I saw there. Nothing wrong with, asking questions. He doesn't seem to be belittling anybody. Doesn't seem to be vitriolic towards anyone, whether or not he gets to be a part of the DCU or not. He's okay as long as his vision gets made, and that's how it should be. It should be like that more often. Less greedy motherfuckers. But on the other side of the fence is Andy Muschietti lying in wait with the brave and the bold. Now, the director of The Flash, which was James Gunn's favorite superhero movie of all time, yet it was absolutely abysmal. He said that he's keeping the two Batman projects in separate camps to keep them from interfering. So his take is that the DCU, James Gunn's DCU, will have a different version of Batman that has yet to appear, which I I don't know, it all makes sense to me. It seems like that would be the logical thing. Now, planning and scheduling all that out is going to be something completely different because you don't want people to fall in love with his whole universe and then on the DCU side you throw out some kind of Zack Snyder thing or some James Gunn-esque kind of thing just out of nowhere, and people have to fall in love with the character and that world all over again just by the way that it's visualized. That might be an issue also with scheduling because you don't want to oversaturate the market, although Hollywood tends to do that to themselves anyway, especially the DC universe. So, in an interview with Radio to You in Argentina, this director, Andy Muschietti, he starts out the entire interview by saying it's quite obvious that Matt Reeves' Batman is not part of this new universe. So, any hope that maybe Matt Reeves like kind of alluded to, or maybe he just knows how to hold his tongue a little bit better. This guy was just like, oh, is it no? Obviously, it's pretty obvious that Matt Reeves has no place here. And I kind of agree with him. I think let him do his own thing. Let him do his own vision. It's working so far. The Batman was highly profitable. Penguin has great word of mouth. Let him keep doing his thing. And then you just go make another Flash, little buddy. Y'all can live in the same world on two different planes. And I think that's how it should be. If you guys have anything to say about this, leave it down in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the GCA. And I am Malty, one of the guys from it. Y'all have a great day, and I will see you later. Bye.